Here we go. Hi guys, my name is Chris, and if you don't know me, I'm not surprised. I'm not a big YouTuber, but I have been on doing YouTube for a while. I've been doing it for a very long time. And frankly, there are some YouTubers that get underneath my skin. There's currently drama going on with iDubbbz. There's currently drama going on with the Illuminati. And it just so happened to me these are two of the YouTubers that bug me more than any others, right? Now, if you don't know who I'm talking about, and I'd be surprised if you didn't, but I mean, I feel like iDubbbz, in the very least, is mostly recognizable by most standards. His name, he goes by Ian. He is famous for the Content Cop series, and he has a very, very receding hairline. But then later got kind of called out by the general populace for having a girlfriend that was a sex worker on OnlyFans, and then people started saying that he was, simping, basically. Which I have opinions about. It is what it is. Like, I don't really care what his girlfriend does. But if you don't know who iDubbbz is, I'll show you a quick little picture here so you guys have an idea. So it's not just me sitting here like speaking to the world, okay? So we got iDubbbz here right now. I'll show you who I'm talking about. Boom, that's the man. That's Ian. Again, Content Cop was his first big thing, right? And everybody knew him for that. And then, of course, he had a girlfriend, now wife, and he started doing the creator boxing series. And he basically was told by everyone and his mom and their mom that they want to jump in and they want to be boxers, they want to fight, right? But then he got into a little controversy because he kicked somebody off the card because they were associating with another YouTuber that other people don't like. So they're like, yeah, we don't want him around us, we don't want him around us, this is the whole situation, even though the guy wasn't boxing or coming to the event at all. Everybody was like, oh, we can't do it, we can't do it. So Ian, of course, kicked him out of the boxing situation, right? And, people were kind of like, okay, it seems kind of weak because you can't handle criticism because people were criticizing his wife and criticizing him and making fun of him, even though what he built his entire platform on was making fun of people and standing his ground and doing whatever he had to do to make sure that he had that sweet, sweet clout, including saying the N-word. And then not backing down from it when people called him out for it. He's like, no, I think it's a word, and it's fine. And I remember that always just sat wrong with me because I was someone who did enjoy Content Cop. I did feel like it was a little bit judgy, a little bit preachy, but it was still entertaining. He put a lot of hard work into that series. I thought that he was pretty pragmatic in what he did. He wasn't awful as a creator. He wasn't ever a bad creator. But that just left me with a bad taste in my mouth. And so I never really let myself fully forgive him, right? So in his most recent video he put out, he basically said, he's changed as a person, he's grown as a person, and even though he, put a lot of bad out into the world, he wants to start doing more positivity, and this is the start of it. But then in the same, breath, he also insulted one of my favorite people on YouTube, and not everyone else's, but mine at least, Boogie2988. Now, my history of Boogie is pretty varied. Boogie reached out to me years ago when I first started my YouTube career, and told me that he thought I was a good person and he wanted to help support me. So back when YouTube, it was easy to get discovered, he liked a bunch of my videos, he left comments on my videos, he brought me up in a couple of different conversations, and it helped me push my career way above where I would have had I not done it on my own. But he did that out of the kindness of his own heart. He didn't know me, you know what I mean? At that point, he was immobile, he was sitting around and, honestly, just morbidly obese, but wanting to get ahead of the situation, wanting to fix it, wanting to work out, talk about his daily struggles and his suffering, right? And I endeared myself to him because he was doing the thing I want to do on YouTube, which is being transparent, being real, being open as a person, and being vulnerable, but also having a comedic side. He inspired in parts the Pokemon Gangster Nerd I used to do, right? Because I was like, oh, I can be regular Chris on some videos, and I can be the Gangster Nerd Chris in other videos, and be all goofy and weird, and if it gets views, it gets views. So I'm learning to be a YouTuber from Boogie, so when people attack Boogie, I just take it personally. I just do. Because I feel like he's a person who does deserve, to some degree, our sympathy, but also in some ways, our respect. And then also in some ways, just like the kind of respect you give a regular human, People like to roast him all the time because he's bigger or because he maybe took the surgery way out of, being morbidly obese. But the thing is, he did what he had to do for his own body and his own situation. He was making good money. He was able to do that. I think if I had the option, I'd probably do the same thing. So I'll say all that to say is that Ian, aka iDubbbz, is a YouTuber that gets under my skin. Mostly because of the N-word thing, but now even more so because he's being a big, freaking, stinking hypocrite. Like a giant hypocrite. I mean, I don't even know what other way to say it. Like, I don't understand how you go from being a guy who takes everyone down to not being able to take any kind of criticism at your event. I don't understand how you go from being the person that can mock anybody and stand strong on the N-word, but you want to go in here and like superhero for sex workers. Like, you don't seem to care about anybody but your own self-interest. Because it's your wife. Now, I think sex workers are great. You know, I support them. If I had a partner that was participating in that, I would support them 100%. Now, would I love it? Not necessarily. You know, that'd be a tough for me and my partner, right? Because I think that something should be sacred between a man and a wife. But not everybody believes that. And if that's not their setup, that's not their setup. For you get on here and mask and cape and superhero for this, but not anything else, is just promoting your own self-interest, right? Because the guy that you kicked off the car was not the guy speaking ill of you. The person speaking ill of you, quite frankly, is the person you should be punishing, not the other guy. Like, let that guy box. Like we saw the text messages, right? You put them on the screen. If you actually read those messages, you were being super unreasonable and a giant hypocrite, okay? And nothing bothers me more than being a hypocrite. And I think it's just good. I think that finally people on the internet are starting to see you for who you really are and your true colors. It's painful, frankly, to watch you go down like this because, not because I want to see you go down. It's painful, like I said, because I thought you were better than that. I thought you were the guy who were above it all. You know, I remember when you went at Leafy and you repeatedly attacked his chin. Remember, Leafy has no chin. Remember that? I remember that back in the day. You went at him so freaking hard based on physical appearance and anything you could. And guess what? Leafy's still here. And guess what? If that guy would have boxed, you would have still been here. Like, I understand that Sam is an issue. I get that, a liability. But all you would have to say was, yo, man, just don't have him come to the match. He should be allowed to do content with whoever wants to do content with outside of your organization. You know what I mean? You put in clauses on people and try to control them is insane, sir. But again, you own the organization. You can just make the rules. But I'm just pointing out that it's super hypocritical. But again, I also get it too. You're defending your wife. You know, it's your wife. It's your wife. So I get it. But, you know, again, if my wife was out there on OnlyFans and I'm a big YouTuber, you got to know for a fact that is straight up just fodder. It's going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. You can't protect yourself from it. You were going to get roasted for it. Now, him speaking ill of, the other guy speaking ill of your wife repeatedly, yeah, not cool. Not cool. But take that crap to the ring. You know what I mean? Just take it to the ring. Beat his face in. Fight him yourself. Get in his weight class. But don't just chicken out. And ultimately, that's going to it on iDubbbz. iDubbbz is a hypocrite. And quite frankly, he sucks as a person. He's trying to be better. He says he's trying to be better. He said he's trying to be better. But I just don't believe it. I don't buy it. You know what I mean? Like, again, the same breath. He's like, oh, I'm a better person now. You know, I promise. I'm doing the right things. You know, I'm trying to grow. And then you still have to go out of your way to insult Boogie. It doesn't fit, bro. It does not fit. All right. As for the second person, or YouTuber, if you will, that I want to discuss here. Now, this one is far less personal and way more just more of me observing it, right? I've observed it, okay? I've seen this firsthand just from watching this person's content. And that person is someone that is known to the world as Blair, but I believe she's better known as the Illuminati. I'll pull up real quick. Again, I think she does great work on her channel. I mean, it's really impressive actually what she pulls off most of the time. Like deep investigative journalism without being an actual journalist. So to be honest with you, she's really just regurgitating things she finds floating around the internet. I mean, that's what she really does. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. But the thing about her that bothers me the most really is that she is very smug. She's very, very, very smug. And it makes it hard, like really hard, in fact, to really enjoy her content sometimes. Because when she's like biased, she's super biased, and she does it without any real deep research, and that's where it gets hard for me. You know what I mean? Like, she went on a teardown of Kanye West, right? And I'm like, okay, I understand that you don't like Kanye West. No one likes Kanye West right now. I get that. But, like, she went out of her way to even, like, ignore the fact that the freaking man, like, how do I say this? The man has mental health issues. You know what I mean? The man has some severe mental health issues. And while you may not like what he does, you can't sit here and, like, ignore that part and then be, like, super, like, understanding about other people. Like, it's like you're being picky. You're being extremely, extremely picky. Now, Illuminati, I'll throw out there, by the way, she does not she has face pics out there, but I don't want to, like, you know, be disrespectful. I'm not going to, this isn't about her appearance, but to give you guys some kind of, like, you know, backing. Here's her channel. That's her logo. There's an icon of, you know, the triangle for the Illuminati. And then her last video, which I actually started watching, which is kind of a ripoff of Cody Ko, by the way. It's 2,000 reality programs. And I'm like, what is she doing, bro? Like, here's my thing. She will literally get on about some very, 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 very serious stuff. And then she'll stop and do an ad break and go, well, I need to take a break here because I can't stomach this right now. And then it's so disingenuous. It's so disingenuous, bro. Like, you're not stopping. Someone edited this video. You recorded it all probably in one giant take, and someone split it up. You're doing a natural ad break. Just call it what it is. Don't spit in my eye and tell me it's vanilla syrup. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Illuminati has made, again, amazing videos, some great takedowns. But again, it's the smugness that bothers me the most about her. It is the absolute indignation, and it feels like to me sometimes, and I'm not saying she's racist, but I think that whenever the subject is someone black, she comes at them so much harder than she does some of the other people. And again, it's this whole thing is like, oh, I don't know, I'm just gonna say just my little triangle head opinion, oh, I don't know. But then of course it comes out with her whole current drama that she's not a very nice person, and almost all of her friends revile her. Anyone that's worked with her for any period of time don't like her. You know what I mean? And it's like, you don't have to be liked, but at least treat people well. Like, okay, I watched her whole video where she apologized. The entire apology video was her crapping on other people and explaining why she didn't want them in her life anymore. Then she I don't know if she really was crying or not, but then she fake cries at the end about the last guy, and you're like, okay, why are you crying? You made this video. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's manipulative at best. And again, if it wasn't the fact that, like, not just one, not two, not three, but like 4 of her former friends have all made videos giving context around this stuff, and you act like it's weird that people don't want to be around you. You act like it's weird that people don't like you. Like, it's odd. Like, I feel like this. Once something happens like 3 times, it's probably something you're doing and not the other person. And I just think it'd be nice to see people take responsibility for their actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, take some ownership. All right? Own the fact that this thing went down. Own the fact that, honestly, that, like, maybe you're not good to people. You know, okay, for example, she repossessed her friend's car, right? The guy, well, let's say it like this. She bought a car for a friend who really needed it, right? The person didn't follow the rules, great friend, by the way, didn't follow the rules of what they set up as far as him not going out of state. So he went out of state with the car. Okay, big deal. He's your friend. You should trust him, right? No, you don't trust him. You get the car repossessed. You showed us pictures of the inside of the car. It goes, it was dirty. It was filthy. I can't stand this. Look at this, the condition you left the car in. And I'm like, bro, if you repossess my car right now, my car looks like someone homeless is living in it. Because people will sometimes just hang on their car a lot, right? You didn't give them a chance to even clean it out. Of course you're gonna get it in a bad condition. You repossessed it. You know what I mean? You repossessed it. I get it. It was your legal property to repossess. You could do that. But that's not how you treat a friend. And I think if you have those lines with your friends, they're not really your friends. Like, if a friend of mine needed a car, yo, it's his car. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? You can work for me, you can do what I do, but you can't leave state lines. Okay, why can't I leave state lines? Aren't we friends? Aren't we friends? You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why people don't mix business and pleasure, because sometimes those things are really hard to pull apart, and when you pull it apart, everything falls apart. You know? And maybe that's just what needed to happen. I don't actually know. But I'll just say it. It just rubs me the wrong way. And as someone who does still currently watch Blair's content, again, I'm not hating on her as a content creator, I'm hating her a little bit as a person because it just feels like the smugness needs to be dialed back a little bit and have some humility, you know what I mean? And treat people better. That's all I'm trying to say. Treat people better. Please. Please. And last but not least on this list of YouTubers I don't like, it goes back to another one that is a little bit personal. And it's honestly, it's a small thing. It's me being petty. I'll just say it. And I've told this story before on live streams before, so bear with me, you know what I mean? But if you guys know of the YouTuber Daystorm, and I know you do, Daystorm is one of the biggies, right? I gotta zoom, I gotta get closer now because my mobile keyboard just stopped working. Let's see, I'm Daystorm, yeah. All right, we got Daystorm in the building, right? You all know Daystorm. You have to still know Daystorm. Even though he like isn't as big as he was on YouTube when he's doing his daily challenge, that girl got a donkey right there. Hello, hi girl. Anyway, Daystorm. I used to look up to him as a fellow black YouTuber, you know what I mean? And I liked that he had the drive. He wanted to help people. He was doing the daily beat challenges. He was really out here making great work. The YouTube glitch that affected my channel affected him as well. And little by little, you watch him lose relevancy due to no fault of his own. He did not deserve what happened to him. But he's resilient, right? He goes, all right, yeah, all right, well, it is what it is. I'm going to Vine. He bounced over to Vine. He takes over Vine. The man takes over Vine. Vine fails. All right, man, cool. It is what it is. Going back to YouTube. He did a copy of R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, right? This man takes over YouTube again. What is happening, right? But still, the relevancy stuff doesn't work on YouTube. Now he's on TikTok, killing the game. He's also over on Instagram, killing the game. He has his own platform named Zeus, killing the game, working with King Bach. So this man cannot be stopped. This man does not give up. I'll say this, he is an inspiration to me. He makes me want to keep going, even though things get hard and things are difficult. When things are like absolutely at their worst, he doesn't give up. And I tell myself, neither should I. I can always figure out a way to make it because Daystorm did it, right? So of course, when I go to my first VidCon in Anaheim, California, where we all meet the YouTubers we love, right? This is back before VidCon got weird with bodyguards and whatnot. You can just walk up to YouTubers and just talk to them. I remember somebody walked up to me and goes, "Hey man, I love your stuff." He thought I was Soldier Dope's best. I was like, "That's not me." He goes, "What?" I go, "That's not me." Oh, I'm sorry, it was really weird. It was kind of awkward. But anyway, I went to my first VidCon. And I had become friends with a couple of YouTubers, you know, just over time because I was growing. And I was featured on YouTube's Next Up. So a YouTuber, I won't say her name. Her real name is Karen, but I won't say her name anymore. She's not really relevant as much anymore, and I don't want to like put her out there. So I'll say whatever. Spricket, you know, y'all know Spricket. Back in the day, she was blonde. She was redhead, and she kind of led with her body. You know, what I mean, that was kind of her thing. Yeah, she's not really relevant anymore, so it's not a big deal. Anyway, she and I formed a friendship. So when I got down there, she's like, "Yo, I want to help support you. I want to help you grow." She would give me little tidbits whenever a new thing would happen. She'd always go, "Yo, Chris, go do that. Go capitalize on that. Go capitalize on that." Because I know you have integrity. I know you don't want to do certain things, but do it right now. And I did. I followed her orders, and I promise you, my videos blew up because I followed what she told me to do. So of course she knew Alpha Cat, who used to be the Obama guy and the Drake guy, and she knew Daystorm. So she walked me over to Alpha Cat. I mean, Alpha Cat chilled. We talked. He was giving me advice. He was super cool, right? This is about Daystorm though. So then she introduced me to Daystorm, and Daystorm could not care less. It's like, "Yeah, oh, cool, bro. Yeah, cool, bro. Yeah. All right." Barely would talk to me. I was like so embarrassed. It was weird, right? It was so weird. And then I could have been like, "Oh, maybe he's having an off day. Maybe he's having a bad day. Maybe he just doesn't feel like it, right?" But I'm not kidding you. Maybe 1 minute after he was done talking to me, or what if you want to call that talking, these two girls came up, and he turned it all the way on. "Oh, what's up, ladies? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Da, da, da. Oh, yeah, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that." He didn't know them. And the thing is, I almost can relate to that. I can almost relate to that a little bit. Because I don't really like dudes Like for the most part, like I normally get along mostly with women, and I've made a lot of male friends recently over the last couple of years, so that doesn't look as real anymore like it used to. But I could see back in that time, back in that day, that period, maybe he's like, man, I don't get turned up for dudes. It is what it is. But I mean, ladies, I'm in here. What up, y'all? Ooh, you know what I mean? I can see that being a thing. I can see that being a thing. But it hurt my feelings, you know? And so ever since then, I can't watch his content the same. Ever since then, I've always just kind of felt like, man, this guy, like, doesn't really even care about the people that help build him here, you know what I mean? If I ain't got the cooter, I ain't cool, right? I don't know. It's always rubbed me the wrong way. You know, it just always has. And it's personal. It's personal. And maybe I'm being sensitive, and maybe I don't know the whole story, but y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. All right, and last, I'm going to add one more to the list, is Black Nerd Comedy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Y'all know, if you follow my streams, y'all know the history of me and Black Nerd Comedy. You know the random beef we had. I don't actually just like him. I still like him a lot. Actually, he was in Chicago for a convention fairly recently, and I saw him, and I was like, oh, man, what's up? I forgot how tall. He's super tall. He's a very tall man. I was like, oh, man, what's up? What's up, man? And he didn't talk to me. He just kind of like skedaddled because it's tense. It's going to stay tense. It's not ever not going to be tense. He got mad at me at one point. He thought I was stealing the term black nerd because he had coined it. He goes, well, I'm the black nerd. You can't put that in your videos. And he goes, man, you're ripping me off, man. You're ripping me off. And it was right after he had moved to LA. And so me and his friend Katie Wilson actually became friends. And we talked about it too. And, you know, she said, you know, that was a hard time for him because he had just moved out there. And people in LA do always want something from you. So he kind of felt like he had to protect his IP. And I was just kind of a casualty of that. You know, and it sucks, you know, because Katie is cool people. He's cool people. I still like him and who he is. The beef was stupid. We actually got on the phone, and I thought we solved it, you know. But then when I saw him in person that next time, it was just weird. So I just assumed that he's still holding a grudge. But I don't really care anymore. You know, it is what it is. Like, he made it. You know what I'm saying? He made it on some commercials. He's still doing his thing. He's not doing his thing the way he used to. His old thing was great, but YouTube won't promote that, so I understand why he don't do it anymore. Now he just kind of reacts to stuff, which, again, I understand. This is how you make it in YouTube, and you got to make money. You got to get paid. You know what I mean? So I respect him making the change because we all have to do it. I probably didn't do it soon enough, frankly. I probably would be better off had I switched it up, right? But it is what it is. So, again, no ill will towards that man. Still love him to this day. If I ever see him in real life again, I'm going to still say what's up. I'm going to still try to dap him up. I'm going to still try to be a friend. And he can know that he's always someone that I look up to, someone I appreciate, and someone I respect. So that is my video on YouTubers that I don't like. And one I do. And one that I do. And one that I do. If you like that video, go ahead and hit that like button, smash it hard, you know what I'm saying? Leave a comment about some YouTubers you don't like, and maybe we can talk about them, you know, down below. Also, if you don't know this, I do a live stream every Tuesday at 6:30 Central. Every single Tuesday. This is not going to change. I'm going to be doing a live stream every single Tuesday until the end of time. Or until like I get a family and my wife's like, Chris, come in the house. Chris, why are you still doing the live stream? Come in the house. Why are you doing it outside? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Hold on a second. Chris, come in the house. Come watch the kids. Stop live streaming on Tuesdays. Don't do it on a Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Don't live stream no more. I'm not going to stop. Sorry, future wife. I got to do it. Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central, I will always be live streaming. I'm going to try to put on the best show possible, make it the most dynamic show possible, make it the most personal show possible. I'll let you guys call in, we can hang out, we can do things, and it will be a great time. Or at least that's my goal. So 6:30 on Tuesdays. Be there. All right, guys, I can hang out now. I'm going to do my laundry. I actually have to do my laundry. I got to get this all put away before tonight. I don't have a choice. I didn't read any of the chat, so I'm going to get in there and try to catch up real quick. So bear with me. I'm going to go over to Twitch and go over to YouTube. I got a little scrolling marquee now, as y'all can see. I'm trying to do things a little bit different now. I'm trying to, like, you know, pick it up. All right, let's see what I miss. So, you know what's funny about Blasphemous HD, bro? I actually, I met him too. He was really nice. He was nice when I met him. He was fine. You know what I mean? I had absolutely no complaints. I had no complaints. All right, let's start with the YouTube chats. All right, Corey Matthews voice, Corey Matthews voice, the wife. I saw him on Anthony Padilla video. He said he changed. I mean, I know he said he changed, but like to me, proof is always in the pudding. Like proof is always in that pudding, baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be honest. I missed when Black Nerd Comedy just made like regular videos. You know what I mean? Dang, I wish I knew it was a video. I would have waited to type that. Y'all good, bro? I like this Power Ranger videos. Oh yeah, no, I just needed to like. So what I'm doing now is I decided I'm gonna start clipping my content that I do in the live streams and just save myself time from editing and